section.
Yeah.
So which server you are testing?
Sir,
Which server you are testing?
the same server he's given. The Venkat was given the same server.
Okay, okay. So it's the same server you are using, right?
Yeah, the same server.
Okay. Just a minute. What is the password? Okay. So in SPRO, we are talking about the material master record, right? So in the material master record, last time we had a discussion about this. Logistics general, and the material master. In the material master card, we have the all the kind of controls here in the material master card. Okay, the structure, data structure, and secondary screens, and what sequence you want to be changed. Okay, so these are all from here. Okay, the screen related, all it is subscreens and screen related, all it is the from here. Okay, and this is the field selection control. Okay, so in the field selection control, as we discussed earlier, okay, so what are the fields? Okay, what fields you want to be controlled, like which field you want to be mandatory, which field is optional, which field is okay, hide. So those options you can check it here. So for first, what you need to find, you need to be searching the table and what is the field name. Okay, if you go to the Mara table, you can find the field names here. If you go to Mara table, let's say in the SC69, if you go to SC69 in the Mara table, okay, so you can see here the field names are here. Okay, the side you can see that the field names. So which field you want to be considered that field you can just check that what is the field name. Okay, just enter like this Mara table -metical, then enter. So then you can find that the field name. Okay, and just click on here in the arrow mark. Okay, it will go to that the field selection group level. In this field selection group level, each field selection group level we have the set of the fields. Okay, like material group. So in this field selection group, these are the fields. So in the down, if you can see that field reference, it is there. This field reference we are assigning at the material type level. Okay, now OMX2. If suppose I'm just going to my material type, suppose let's say assume that I have created any one of the material type, suppose any there are something, let's say the area 2. Let's assume that this is a one customized material type. So here what we need to check that for this material type, what is the fields reference we are assigned here. This is a field reference which is assigned. So at this field reference level, okay, you can check that where it is ROH, and ROH, you just go to that ROH and just check that whether it is required entry or it is optional entry or it is display or hide. Okay, so if you want to be optional entry, I don't want to be make it as a required entry in the MetaMask record. If I just put in the optional entry, then what will be happen? The system will not ask it is mandatory. Without entry metal group, we can create a MetaMask record. So this is the we can control that. Okay, we can control that base unit of measure and what are the total shelf life, manufacturing. So in the client requirement, if suppose they are asking about that, I need this field is mandatory and this field is optional. So those cases you can go with the particular group and you can assign that whether it is optional or hide or something. Okay. You can see that here in the field selection groups here. So if you know that what is the field selection group number, you can enter directly that field selection number and you can create. Okay, clear?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Okay, so this is for the field selection. Okay, so you can do this field selection control at field selection group level. Okay, and if you want to plan specific also you can do it. Okay, this this is level also you can do it. So it depends on the client requirement, you can do it. And this coming to basic data, basic settings here. Okay, you can see that output format of the material number. So here the maximum material number length is 18. So here whatever you creating, when you creating a metal master record, okay, MM01. Okay, so this material number is, the length will be the 18. Okay, till 18 you can create. Okay, so the material number based on what is the length. So this is the configuration. From here, the system will understood that okay, this is the 18 characters of length. And if you suppose you are selected leading zeros, what will be happen? Suppose I'm just selecting the leading zeros. Okay, so what will be happen leading zeros? When you creating the material number, it will come always with the leading zeros. Okay, suppose I'm just creating something. Okay, I'm just creating something with basic data. See now how it is coming. It is coming with leading zeros. Okay, so if the client is asking that I just need to be entire 18 numbers, 18 numbers, like 18 digits number. Okay, then you can select that. Okay, this is the leading zeros. Okay, with leading zeros you want to be display, you can display like this one. Okay, if suppose client is asking that I don't want to be leading zeros, I just want to be only without leading zeros, then what will be happen if I remove this one without leading zeros? Okay, then what will be happen? When I just creating, it will be without leading zeros, it will be created. Okay, clear? Is it clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, so this is one. So this is global setting. This is what it is, how it is controlled, and this is a maintain company code for the material management. So this is the one thing which we discussed yesterday. Then if somebody they joined day before yesterday class at 9 o'clock. Okay. This is the for the when you creating some enterprise structure like new company code and new plant. At initial, you need to be set up that which year and which period you want to be open. Okay. Suppose I'm in the currently in 2022 and 9th month. Okay, then I have to be entered that okay, this is our 2022 and 9th month I need to enter. Okay, then from this month onwards, okay, next every month you need to be open the periods and close the periods in the MMPV. Okay, so this is the we are doing at initial stage. You need to be set up that my calendar starts with the 2022 2019 2022 9. That means from I'm opening this period, I can post the stock moments in the this period. Okay, clear?
Sir, in MM level and finance level, both are different or same periods?
Both are different. In MM level is different. Our finance level is different. In MM level, what you need to do? If suppose, okay, MMPV is there. Okay, MMPV it is there. Now I'm the current month. If it is 9 month, right? If it is not opened 9th month, if suppose it is only opened 8 month, right? In that case, suppose it's only opened 8 months, what you need to do? You need to be open the 9th month. So here almost everything it is open 9th month. But let's see if anyone is suppose this is 2022 6 is there. Okay, so this DRIL company code I can do postings only in the June month. That means 6th month only I can do. So if I want to do the July month, August month, or September month, October month, it is not allowing because the current periods are not open. So what you need to do? You have to go in MMPV, okay, and I have to go open for the current months. So if you want to be to open the current months, what you need to do? You have to be enter that the company code here, okay, and then you can do only each month wise, monthly you can do. You cannot to jump from the 6th month to 9th month. So now it is 9th month, right? So what you need to do? First you need to go open the 7th month. Okay, so I'm just opening 7th month to I'm entering 2022 and exit. Okay, so now the 7th month it is open. Now I'll be go back. Okay, I'm exiting this one. Now if I see that DRIL, okay, it is open 7th month. Okay, so you should not change directly here once the stock movements are completed. If any stock movement which is posted, you cannot change here. You should not change here. You have to do in the MMPB only. First, at initial stage, if it is blank, nothing happened in this plan, then I can do at initial stage level. I can assign, but later once it is assigned, okay, then once you did stock movements for the current month, the previous month, then you have to be proceed for this process only by using MMPB, and you have to be open the each month. So now I'm open the 8 month. Again, I can go to this one and I will be checking that DRIV. Okay, and sorry, DRIL. Okay, so DRIL, and I can see that it is 8 month open. Okay, still it is in the previous month only. It is not to open the current month. So what I need to do, I have to go here and I have to be check that 9th month and execute. So in the 9th month, I'm just opening here. So this 9th month is open now. So now if I go to back and execute again, then I can see that this is the current month is open. 9th month it is open. Okay, so I will go to DRIL, then you can see that the current month it is open. Okay, so this is the way you need to be open the months. So you cannot jump from the one. If it is a 2016, it is there. Let's say assume that it is 2016, it is there. So then you have to do 2016 what month it is there. Every month you have to be close and open the previous month, and you have to be close the current month. You have to be close the previous month and open the current month. Again, you have to do like this one till the 2022 9. Okay, 1 month you have to close, 1 month you have to open, 1 month you have to close, 1 month you have to open. So once you have executed this one, what will happen? The system will be closing the previous period and it will be open the new period. Okay, clear?
Yeah, system only closing the automatically in the previous period, right?
Previous
We
period,
don't
it will
need.
be closed automatically previous period. Okay.
Okay.
And this is a material type. Okay, so anyway, you know already. So here we are creating the customized material type. So if you want to be create something customized material type, okay, if you suppose I have ROS material, okay, so I'm just copying this mark and creating my own customized something which is like suppose like RAB, okay, something RAB material. I'm just creating. Okay, okay, article something which is like article. Okay. So like I'm just creating on my customized own material type, because why I need to create here my own customized material type, because might be the client requirement is might be they need different material types for the raw materials, maybe oil different, liquid different, and solid different, and okay, like whatever the kind of the raw materials are there, they have to be differentiate those materials in the different material type. When there is a different material type, then automatically the number range also it will be changed for the each material type. So that tomorrow I can see that if it is started with 9 series, then these are the raw materials. Again, the raw materials it is like some solid related. Again, if it is started with some other material type, then it is a different number range. Again, that is a different kind of the materials. Okay, so like you can create a different material types and different number ranges. So we already discussed about the material type controls here. We have discussed about the user departments. We have discussed about field selection control. We have discussed about the internal external procurement. Okay. We also discussed about moving average price and the standard price. Okay. And what valuation class should be triggered here. Okay. And whether this quantity and value update at a plant level, each plant level. Okay. So these are all will be come under the material type controls. Okay. Clear?
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay. Now here if you go to that, it is a default material type. Suppose I'm just okay, the group you can create, and that means it is shortest way. So whenever it is a customer specific material type, you can create like this one. Okay, and sequence it is like, so it
Yeah,
is
those are
a
the material
completely
groups, right?
completely transaction related. One material type to special create transactions. That means if she suppose you can define a material types in the standard material types such as ROS and HLB are all already assigned to special create transactions. Okay, example you define the material type MRO, which is description, make, maintenance, repair, and operation supplies, and assign it to transaction group I. So with material type describe. So operating suppliers by overwriting the standard material type. So there is already some material types which is already assigned. Okay. I think this will not be useful anything. This is also not aware. This is something which is not sure. Transaction group, individual MRP maintenance. Okay, this is related MRP. Okay. Okay, so this might be something like few of the standard metal master records are there. That means if you want to create some default semi-finished product, okay, then it will be like okay semi-finished product. I'm just I created like MMB1. Okay, so if suppose I just like MMB1. Okay, okay, suppose we got MMB1. Okay, this packing is created. So that V it is there in the here VRP packaging. That means only default material types. If you want to create a material number, that means instead of I'm going to MM01 and selecting the material type, okay, I can directly enter the transaction code, default transaction code, whatever it is there in the here. Based on that, the system will create that. If it is W, it is there MM W1. I just enter the MM W1. So that means MM W1 is equal to create completed product. Okay. If suppose I just want to create a non-stock material. Okay, I just created as an N, right? So what I will do, I will enter the N1. Then it will be go to the non-stock material creation. So we don't need to be select the material type here, but because I'm directly creating the non-stock materials. So these are the customer specific material types. So what we can happen, I can give this material type access to only the user. So he will be only creating the non-stock materials. He don't have access to create the other material types. Okay. So like if I'm just creating, I'm creating always finished goods. I don't want to be other things. Then I can go directly MMF1. Then it will go to finished goods creation. Okay. Clear? Is it you
Okay.
understand?
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to create MM services, what I can go MMS1. Then it will go to services creation. Okay. Okay, so this is shortest period, like shortest transaction codes creation for the material type. Okay, depends on that. Okay, if suppose I'm just creating that, maybe I created that. Okay, I think it is standard already we created. Okay, some of the standards it is there, but if you want to create something A, suppose I'm just planning to create A, so I'm just assigning my what is that? I'm just created ZRAB. Okay. Okay, so A does not exist. First, we need to create this A. Okay, so again, I think there will be a standard groups are there. Okay, so first we need to create group, then I have to be assigned that to a material type. Okay, clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, and this is number ranges. Anyway, you know about this number ranges, right? How to create a number ranges and those, right? This each and every material type level, what's the number ranges you have to maintain, external number range or internal number range you want to maintain, like okay. So that number series you can create, right? So we had a discussion, right? This material types and all. The
Yeah, we
material
have.
type, number ranges and all, right? We already
Yes.
discussed. So just a minute. Okay. Now, this is attributes of messages. In case any standard messages like warning messages if you want to be converted as a error messages or error message if you want to be converted as a warning message in the MetaMask record, that you can do it. Suppose this is a warning message. Suppose I'm just entering that when I'm just creating the MetaMask record. Suppose I'm getting this message. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I'm creating one MetaMask record. Okay, I'm just going to purchasing data and then I'm just entering something details here. Okay, now I'm just entering that. Okay, something purchasing value key. Suppose 001 meter. Not yet. Okay, let's see F4. Okay, something I'm mentioning here. Okay, so see, in case you check the data for purchase value. Okay, so here, so this is also same thing, right? So in case this should be as a warning message. If I just it should be like error message, and if I just putting like error message, what will happen whenever you getting this error message in the MetalMaster card? Okay, that will be restricting to the your MetalMaster creation, because it is a warning message. Now we are skipping this one. But in case if it is getting error message, then you need to be entered all the details, and once you say once entered and it is satisfied with the messages, then only you can able to do. So like if you want to be do warning message or any message, that you can do in the you can change here. Okay, clear? Clear?
Yeah, clear. That
So
keyboard is
this warning error message depends on the where you are getting the messages. If you want to be, suppose you are getting some in the PO, you are getting some error message, or in the MetaMaster card you are getting some error message. So the client is asking that, okay, this is a normal restriction only. We don't need to be restrict the creation of purchase order because of this warning, this message. Can you change this error message to warning message? Then you can change here. You can come that there is a number will be there. Okay, so suppose I'm just clicking on here. Okay, here you can see that the number it is there, M3 128. Okay, so you can see here M3 128. This is also M3 128. Okay, so you just need to go here, enter application number and application area and number, and you can have to change the category warning to error. Okay, clear?
yeah, clear. It's an OMT4, right? Sir?
Yeah,
Keyboard.
yeah. Okay, and these are the fields in the basic data level. What are the fields it is there? That are the fields you can create. So if your client is asking to create some material groups, so client is asking some divisions, okay, some material status like, okay, some customized material status of the absolute and release. Okay, so those entries, once you enter here, you can restrict that particularly. If you suppose it is released, then there is no control here. If you suppose I'm just going to for blocker for payment, blocker for procurement, then if you go to this one, here you can see that purchasing message. That means we are restricting at a procurement level wire message. So that system will not be accept anything to do in the purchasing, because this is the blocker for procurement. We cannot to create a procurement. Okay, so like forecasting message, whatever you want, you can control from here. Okay, this is for the blocking the material. Okay, at what level you want to block, that you can be creating here the status here. Then the MetalMaster card, if you go to MetalMaster card, okay, so there is a, you can see here cross plan material status, those everything it will be there here. Okay, block for procurement, block for task. So these will come from here. From here it will come. Okay, clear? Is it clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, so these are all same. Depends on the each field. There is other areas fields are also it is there. In MM area fields also it is there. Okay, but this is basic general information, right? Last logistics general. That means it is for everyone. It's not only for MM. It's not only for SD. Okay, so whoever they are using this information, that it is a basic information of the material. Okay, and this again, these are all customized related, authorization related. Okay, and background job related. This is all technical related. If you want to be do any enhancement from here, you can select. Okay, and you can inform the technical team. They will be performing these all. Okay, so they will be taking from here and they will do it. Okay, so this is the way MetalMaster basic data information will be controlled. And again, if you go to the purchasing material master card and purchasing, in the purchasing again, there is a material master card. From here, you can control that what is the shipping instruction, purchasing value key. So these are all it is there in the again in the material master card purchasing data. If you go to purchasing data, Go to purchasing data here. If you go to here, so here is some purchasing value key and some fields are there, right? So those you can create from here. So define shipping instructions. So if you go to define shipping instructions, okay, it is for the when we are receiving the stock from the vendor. Okay, so there is if anything which is shipping instruction related, that you can define here. And the purchasing value key, this purchasing value key, this is the purchasing value key. And if you see the shipping instructions, when you're updating shipping instructions, suppose I'm just creating that on shipping instruction. Okay, suppose I'm just creating the some shipping instruction here. So this shipping instruction is nothing but like it will be give the information to the vendor when he is sending the goods. There is some instruction they have to be follow for the shipment. Either it may be they should not be they should not do shipment directly through vehicle. They have to be follow some rules and regulations with packing, okay, and with cotton boxes, something shipping related instructions that they have to be followed. Okay, so if you can create your own customized also, you can create and you can mention that okay, this shipping instruction is for the handle with the care and with cotton, okay, and come with so these are the very sensitive articles. So you should not put in the open air. You should not put in the open place. So there is some shipping instruction like okay, you should be follow some rules and regulations. So those shipping instructions again you can create here. Okay. So the same way it is all related. Okay. Okay, so this is the one material group's default non-stock item. Suppose I don't have a material number, I didn't create any material number. So in case of the without material also we can create the purchase order, we can do the goods shipped. But these are the non-stock items. So what we'll do, we will not be create any material master record, some materials. Okay, will be like it's kind of the services. So let's assume that it's kind of the services. Services will not be create any material master record, right? So what we'll do, for these services will while creating the PO, we are entering that only description. We are not entering any material number. We will be entering only description. Okay. Other than this, how the system will be controlling that which GL account it should be post or not. So that depends on the here valuation class we are entering. Okay. I suppose I'm just using that services. Suppose 007 is services. So this services I'm measuring this 3200. That means okay, while posting the stock, while posting the services, okay, the system will post the services into whatever the GL account which is assigned to the this valuation class. Okay, that it is in again in the automatic account determination process. Right. So generally we will be assigning valuation class in the material master record, right? But in this case we are not assigning. Why? Because we don't have a material number. We are creating PO without any material number. Okay. So those cases, what we are doing, we are just entering the material description. That material description have contained that material group. That material group is linked to this valuation class. Then the system will be posting the GL account while posting the GR based on the this valuation class. Whatever the GL account which is assigned. Clear? Clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. Okay. And these are the one important here in the metal master record. Okay. So these are all related to all other same whatever it is like. Okay. If you want to be materials block for goods movement, okay, you can goods. Okay, that means here this setting is for the if suppose somebody they are posting already with the same material. If you want to do that, if you want to be restricted, there should not be do any other transaction with this material because I'm doing some postings on this material. So then with the same material you cannot post the other postings, other stock movements. So you are restricting at that to okay lock exclusively. Okay, so that means material will be blocked here. Okay, so this is for the especially lock system. Okay, exclusive lock system. Okay, and again this is for the metal block for the invoice again. Okay, this is also for the same. If somebody their material is blocked at first read, okay. So when material is posting for the invoice, when material is posting for the simulator posted, okay, those level if you want to be blocked, you can block for the material, and they cannot able to perform the any other transactions. Okay, so like this is for the controlling and other things and all, which is the different process. So this is a metal master record related these are the major configurations here. Okay, so any questions here? Again, each and every each and every module have their own material information. Okay, so there will be, suppose I'm just going to sales and distribution. Where is the sales and distribution here? So this is the sales and distribution. If you go to sales and distribution again, in the sales and distribution also they have the material master data. Sorry, they have the master data. Again for this master data, again they have the customers and other related. So each and every module have their own master data. Okay, so they have own functionalities here. Okay, so any questions here?
So far, no, sir. For this material master.
Sorry.
No, sir. No questions for
So this is the related to material master record configuration. Okay, and the same way in the vendor master record also. So these are the small configurations only. That's why I'm just going on quickly. Okay, so if you go to business partner, in a business partner level, vendor master record, in the vendor master record here, you're creating the vendor master record field selection controls. That means if suppose particularly vendor account group, okay, if particular vendor account group, if you want to do some field selection like mandatory, optional, and hide. Okay, particularly in the address of suppose name one is important. Okay, such term is important. Suppose name two also it is important. Name three also it is important. City also important. So wherever it is important, you can put it like okay the mandatory fields. Okay, and save. Then the system will while creating the material vendor master record by using this account group, whatever the account group we are doing now, distributed over account group. For this vendor account group, whatever I'm just doing the vendor master creation, so it will be checking that this field selection control, and it will be checking that okay whether this field is mandatory or not. Based on this only, the system will be proposing that this field is mandatory, this field is optional. Okay. So this is the here it is the control. So generally in the metal master record, if it is field selection group, right? At the field selection group level, you are controlling the field selection, field status, fields mandatory or optional or hide. But here there is a field status in the account group level only. You have to be go ahead. Either you, if suppose it is coming out data or it is purchasing of data. If suppose in the purchasing data is there, in the purchasing data again partner data is there and purchasing data is there and purchasing additional purchasing data is there. Suppose in the purchasing order currency it is there. So order currency is optional it is there. No, it's mandatory. Suppose let's assume that it's mandatory because the people are creating vendor master card without currency. Okay, so that's getting so much problem at the creation of PO. So I'm just putting this is the mandatory field. So next time onwards, if whatever the vendor master card it is created, they cannot able to create a vendor master card without entering the currency. Okay, clear? So these are the controls we already discussed, right? Vendor master card control, number ranges and field selection control, vendor sub range, partners.
Yeah, we already discussed it.
Right?
Yeah.
So again, the screen layout specific to purchase organization. Okay, this is again particularly purchase organization level. If you want to be restrict that, that means it's not at the group level. It's at purchase organization level. If you want to restrict, you can restrict that. Okay, and the same thing here, field selection control, and this is transaction dependent screen layout. Okay, so file creating vendor. Okay, if suppose this transaction level, if you want to be doing that, suppose this transaction level, if I'm putting name on is mandatory, that means it will be impacting on all the account groups. So we don't need to do at each and every account group. If I mentioned here, okay, it's mandatory. That's all. Okay, it is transaction level. Okay, that means uh, while creating accounting data, or it may be purchasing data or central data. What is the transaction code for creation of vendor at accounting data? FK01, right? And the purchasing data MK01, and centrally which is XK01.
XK01.
Yeah. So if you did anything here, a restriction, then if you did in the account group level also, they will be considering transaction level only. Okay. So number ranges, this number ranges we have already discussed. Okay. And there's messages, anything which is messages related. Okay. That messages you can do change. Okay, mandatory. So that's warning to error message or something like, right? And this is the different like defined industries, which industries it is. So all it is just like key purpose only, just information purpose only. Okay, and this is the vendor master record, and in this is the vendor master record at a general level. Okay, and in the metal master record, in the metal management level, level, if you're talking about the vendor master record, okay, if you're talking in the metal master, if you're talking about a vendor master card, indeed here we are talking about the terms of payment, purchasing data related, incoterms, okay, text related, central text. If you okay, there is accounting note and purchasing note. While creating XK01, suppose I'm just creating MK01, okay, in the vendor master card. I'm just going to MK01 vendor master card creation. So I'm just going to some vendor master card. Okay, if you go to extras or go to, you can see here there will be a text field is there. Confirmation documents. Let me go to XK01. Just go into this one. Here a text are there. So this text is a accounting note and purchasing memo. So here, if you maintain this any information here, this information will be copying to the info record and purchase orders. There it will be copied. Okay, so that will be here. Whether text we can determine that text information we are maintaining at a purchase organization level. Okay, so if I'm just going to the purchasing data, go to purchasing data. Okay, and then if you just go to text here, the text, if you see that, so this is purchasing memo and purchase order text. So this purchasing memo and purchase order text is okay, since it is not selected, right? That's why it's not coming. So if I just maintain this one here, that the information, so I can maintain the text here. Okay, suppose okay, selected and processed. Okay, so then just putting that selected and process, and where you want to be copy here, this which language this is. Okay, then text. Okay, then I'm just what I'm doing, I'm just maintaining the text, detailed text. If you want to maintain some detailed text, okay, so that detailed text you can maintain here. Okay. So what it will be happen if you maintain the text, you can maintain all the lines, what is the information which you need to be copied. Okay, suppose something which I am just maintaining this one. Okay, so this will be informing, this will be information will be, this information will be processed while creating purchase orders, while creating info record with this information. That data will be copied to the respect to documents. Like if I'm just creating info record with reference to this vendor master card, so If it is relevant to purchase organization data, that data will be copied to info record. Again, if you are creating purchase order, in the purchase order again, vendor related information, what are the text which is there, that will be copied again. So like this we can create like this one. Okay. So a number of purchasing data. So it's just like a information. Okay, when we creating especially special instructions for this vendor. Okay, we can maintain it with master record. That information will be going to the whoever they're creating purchase order. Okay, they will be getting that. Okay, for this vendor, we can have, there will be some restrictions, some documents, some instruction we have to be follow for this vendor. So that is the information like text. Okay. And here this is the contact person again. This is for something what time they are available, what time is available. So that is completely different again. Okay. So this is the way we'll be creating the vendor master card. So when you creating this material or this vendor master card, you can enter the text also. This text will be when I'm just creating. Suppose I'm just creating one vendor master card, one PO, 1000597. I'm just creating vendor master card 100,597. Suppose I'm just to watch that payment. So so whether we created we created in the finance data so finance one. What is the vendor number which we created? No.
Internal vendor we created.
Finance on, okay. Why I don't know. So if you see that here, there will be vendor information, it is memo there. So if there is copy rules we entered, we copied this information from the vendor master record. Okay. So what? It will be one and we maintain this text. Okay, there is a one functionality it is there. Okay, one configuration it is there. What you need to do, you need to copy these details into the vendor master from vendor master record to other master records. Like suppose I'm just going to M11. In case let's see in M11 we can create anything. So here also you can maintain the text here. Okay, this text if you maintain here, this text also it will be while creating PO. Okay, this text also it will be storing into the purchase order. It will be copied to the. Is something which is not allowing. But the text it is not good here actually. We can directly enter here only. Why it's coming? You can create directly here only. So if I'm saving this one, so what will happen in case I'm just creating PO? This we call as copy rules, copy text rules. So this is also one kind of the configuration only, whether it should be copy or not. What is the material number here? Why it is coming like we already maintained it, and the vendor master also it is not copying properly. Okay, so now for this info record level, if the info record is copied or not, let's see. Okay, in info record, if your text is there, okay. So if we maintain the text, whatever it is there in info record, that will be copied here. See, whatever we maintain in the vendor info record, that is a copied here. Okay, so this is information again, it will be copied into output. So the same way, okay, if the configuration is done at a vendor master record also, so what will be happen that text whatever we are maintained, that will be copied to here. Okay, might be we maintain the vendor memo or somewhere we are maintained. So the for this again, there should be configuration level, whether it should be allowed or not allowed. Okay, this text messages will be copied to the respective, like, okay, suppose what is this here? I didn't maintain this. Not selected, selected and process. Selected but not at process. Should be star actually. Okay, and let's put this one also. I have meeting. I have to go. Let's see if I can see something which is copied or not. Okay, it should be, it will be, is already copied, it will come some checkbox, it will come. It's not coming here. So that means in the PO, okay, while they're creating header texts, right, they have to be maintained that whether I should get this information from the master record or whether I just get from the info record. So those configuration we have to do. Okay, so we'll discuss that point when we are discussing about the defined text and copy rules. Okay. Okay then, guys. Okay, we'll see tomorrow. Bye.
Okay, sir.
Okay, bye.